Alright. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. This is the Mad Monarch, or Michael, since calling me Monarch I'm sure would be kind of strange. And today on the Fury of the Mad Monarch, we have Angela Knight. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, thanks for having me on. Um, I write the Thoughts of a Feminist Gamer blog, and generally I bum about on Twitter and talk about feminism and video games. With Skyrim, that I think they really understood that not everybody wants to save the world. Not everybody wants to go and be a dragonborn and save the world. Some people just want to build a house and get married and read a bunch of books and sit in the pub and drink Nord mead and go harvest some cabbages or catch some butterflies. They really understood that not everybody kind of wants to follow the main storylines. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really. I don't.
Oh, definitely not. I'll agree with you. The Dark Brotherhood was a fun little plot line that you could follow in the game.
Yeah,
There are a
because
couple
I
other.
stumbled onto that completely accidentally as well. And then it's just like, yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. I love that storyline.
The thing is, though, while there's that, there's a couple other fun stories you can follow along with. I quite like the Companions quest.
Yeah,
They are the companions, right? The werewolf one?
yeah.
Okay. But, a couple of them like that were a lot of fun. But you'll go through a lot of these giant, important stories throughout all of Skyrim, but after you finish them, it's like anything you've done doesn't really matter. What's it really matter in the scheme of the game after you've accomplished your Dark Brotherhood missions? You've finished that plot line. You don't really see the effects on anything else going on in Skyrim. It's just like this novel little event that's happened off to the side.
At the same time, though, I don't really have a problem with that. I mean, because it's for me, that's kind of that shows more than anything else how big the place is and how much or how little the fact that you don't necessarily affect everything. It's the little things, really. It's the little details that I love about Skyrim. I mean, I remember doing, what was it, the Chef Gourmet mission with that one, where you've got to go and you've got to replace the Chef Gourmet and you've got to get in the castle, mix up the recipe, and assassinate the emperor. And I remember going and doing that, and then I'm trying to escape the palace, and I'm thinking, how the hell does every guard know that it was me? Because every single guard is suddenly after me, and they all know it's me, and it's like, how the hell do they know it's me? And I'm running and running, I'm trying to get away, and I only just managed to get away. And it's only when I went to sort of ride off to escape that I realised I was still wearing my chef's hat, and that's how they knew it was me. I'd completely forgotten that I was wearing this blooming hat, and that's how all comes. And yeah, my husband laughed at me a lot. You're still wearing the hat. That's how come they know it's you. Shut up. So yeah, I mean, it really is the kind of little details I love about Skyrim.
When you said there's a lot of little things that make you enjoy it, while I agree, there's also a lot of little things I noticed that bother the crap out of me. Going back to Dark Brotherhood, when you were in that one room to start it off, and you have those three people, and it
Yeah,
asks you who to kill.
yeah.
I'm so derailed. This master assassin isn't prepared for me to turn around and stab her in the face. She has no defense against this plan. Or so much when you do kill her, if you go this route, you just go
Yeah.
you turn it into that one guy, and it's like, oh yeah, the Dark Brotherhood. I heard their password a while ago. Let's go ruin their base. Like,
I like that.
well,
Because normally in that kind of style RPG, normally what may happen is a case of if you choose to do that, that whole like story quest then is sort of closed off to you. But they don't do that. They've taken your decision and that they've made a storyline to go with that decision. And I
well,
like that. I think that's great.
I like
But
the alternate storyline. What I don't like is how just horribly incompetent this makes the Dark Brotherhood look. This guy's just been sitting here with their password this whole time. Why haven't their base just been stormed already? They clearly suck at their job.
then there wouldn't be a video game. Shush.
It just makes them look so incompetent.
I think people buy Skyrim to play the main storyline. They buy it for its open world feature. That's its main selling point, and the fact that you get to kill dragons. That was the major selling point of Skyrim. Look,
Okay.
you can kill some dragons.
That could have been a major selling point if this game's dragons weren't so just horribly underwhelming. It
Hey,
doesn't really
I
feel like
played Reign of Fire, the movie tie-in game.
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, everything is going to be impressive comparison to those dragons, I am sure. I've never even looked at that game, but it's a movie tie-in to Rain of Fire.
Don't. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. The main selling point of that was that you could play as a dragon, and you could fly about in sort of for half the game. You could be the dragon trying to kill everybody. But the mechanics for flying was awful. It was so broken. You just could not get it to work at all. It was terrible. And of course, it's the learning the lesson of, don't buy movie license games ever because they're always awful.
You
But
should
yeah,
just
I
avoid
think the
buying
main
licensed games.
the main advertising thing with Skyrim was that you got to kill dragons, but you don't have to. That's the great thing I love about it. And again, it's back to there being so many options, it being so big, there being so much. And to be fair, when you're putting that much content in, there are going to be a little things that they slip up on. There are. No game is perfect. But I mean, to be fair, it's probably the best that they could do with the material they had. And to be fair, it consistently comes up in lists of, the best games ever made.
So does Final Fantasy X.
Shut up.
I hate that game.
Final Fantasy X. No.
But see, when you said like this was probably the best they can do, I would just point you to Fallout New Vegas when Obsidian got a hold of the license. Fallout New Vegas is absolutely fantastic.
And of course, there's the mods. The mods are insane.
All right,
Absolutely
I will
insane.
grant you, a lot of mods can make these games a lot better. But I think when you have to argue the game's good because other people go in to fuck with it to make it better, I don't know if you can make the argument that makes the game itself good. It makes the mods you can put on it good.
I don't know, because if there wasn't the kind of basic material to work with, then nobody would be interested in modding it. And the fact that the modding community for Skyrim alone is so huge, and the fact that they've seen all the potential for all these mods in there and have just immediately gone and done whatever they like. They've taken the technology to the farthest extent that it can go. I think is absolutely fantastic. But it wouldn't that wouldn't happen if the raw material wasn't there. I mean, nobody's making mods for really, really crap games, are they?
Okay, I've done like a lot of emulation and playing like fan mods of video games, and yes, there are a lot of people doing that for games they themselves hate. They will go in and mod these old Super Nintendo ROM files.
Oh god. Oh god. Not Superman 64. No.
Oh god, I'm going to have to Google that soon to find out if somebody's modded that. I'm sure somebody's tried.
Oh no, I hope not. That's just like complete. Just oh yes, wasting of your life to mod Superman 64. Why would you do that?
No, on that note, I hate that when you get your sneak so high, everybody seems to acknowledge it. Like, oh, you're that really sneaky guy. It's like, well, I'm so good. How the fuck does anybody know?
Well, word gets around. All it takes is one.
Well, if you never get caught in the game, though, they're still doing it. I don't understand how everyone in the freaking country seems to know you're a really sneaky guy. Clearly you are not.
So, and I don't know if others have found the same thing. That when I got married.
One second.
Oh.
There's a Superman 64 mod.
Oh
no! I'm not going to click play on this YouTube video because I do not want to see it. But this is a thing that does in fact exist.
Oh no!
Anyway,
I don't know whether to stand in awe of this person or to feel really, really sorry for them. Just because, why would you do that?
Don't know. Anyway, as you were saying. Yeah, one thing though I do like about Skyrim is it probably had the best opening out of any of the Elder Scrolls games when you're just on that cart and Olaf's giving his little speech. Like, that sets a great overall tone just for the game and what kind of country you're in and how these people are supposed to be. Does a fantastic job setting that up, but does not follow it up.
Aw, you're too harsh.
Alright, well, again, thanks everyone for coming by. Be sure to follow Angela Knight here over on her blog and on Twitter. I should have that linked in the description of the video. And feel free to check this out on SoundCloud when I get it uploaded to there in the YouTube video and a shortened 15-minute version for people who don't want to listen to us ramble on for 2 hours.
Well, thanks for having me on.